Hi everyone, this is Cody, and in this video I'm going to be doing a review of Ultraseal. So this is supposed to be able to, you put a certain amount in your tire, a bike tire or a car tire, whatever sort of tire, and it's supposed to be able to in effect make it bulletproof. So your tires could in theory be shot, but the main reason is so if you run over a nail, there's two advantages. One, you don't have to really do anything about it, and two, it's going to make your tires never really lose air. So let's put some of this in the tires and see how it works. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is remove the cap on our tire. Now this tire is actually good. It doesn't have any problems. This tire had a leak, my front tire, and so it should be good now. So we're just going to let all of the air out of this and then take the valve out with this valve tool remover. It comes with the stuff. Okay, there we go. So pretty much all the air's out. So now I'm just going to stick this tool on the valve and remove it. Now you want to be careful not to lose the valve. So here we go, here's the valve. So I'm just going to set it down and leave it in the tool so it doesn't get lost. And you probably want to pull this out just to make sure it's pulled out all the way. So it's a pain if it gets kind of stuck in there part way. So now I'm going to take this stuff, and you need to make sure it's primed if you haven't just used it. So that is going to go on here, just like that. And I've got paper towels so I can wipe stuff off. So that should be on there good, I think. Now I'm just going to do 5. Now it comes with a book to calculate how much you need for your tire, so just figure that out. But I need 5 pushes with the pump, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there, 5. Done 5. So I'm just going to take this off slowly. It may ooze a little bit of stuff out from the pressure you pumped in as well. I'll just set that over there and wipe off all of the extra stuff. Okay, so again, I'm going to pull this out a little bit. Now we're going to reinsert the valve. So be careful not to lose it. You want to make the valves tight, but not too tight. So there's that. So now just need to pump up the tire. So I'm going to pump this one up to 40 psi. That's generally what I do. Okay, so now that that's pumped up, and simply wipe off any excess stuff, put the cap back on. Now give the tire a good spin, and it should be ready to go. So now, let's see how this stuff works. I'll also demonstrate how to put it in the car tire. Okay, so this tire, actually it's had multiple nails in it, but as of now there's a screw right here, so let me show you. Okay, so there's the screw, and this stuff has just been put in it, so now it just needs to be spun. Okay, so on the car tire it's pretty much the same, you just put in a different amount of stuff. So I'm just going to let all the air out of this. I don't think you have to let all the air out, so I'm just going to try and take the thing out, and then all the air should come out. You got to push it on there good, and it might be a good idea to hold this so it doesn't turn. It depends how tight your valve's in there. Yeah, that, if I hadn't held on to it good, that could have shot the valve off a long way. So it's probably a good idea to take all of the air out of the tire first. So, here's the valve. Okay, so now I'm just going to connect this up. So, push that in. Push it on all the way. There we go. So again, on this tire it calls for 17 pumps, so I'm going to do 17. So 1, 2. Oh, it's leaking out. Hold on, let me figure this out. There we go. I guess it just wasn't on all the way. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So there we go. There's a little bit of leakage here. I'm not exactly sure why. It doesn't always happen. Maybe it just wasn't sealed particularly well, but that should be good. So now I'm just going to take this off. Okay, so now I'm going to put the valve back in. The valve holder thing, if it'll focus, is actually kind of cool as it grips the valve so you don't lose it. But all of this will wash off in water, so you don't have to worry about making too much of a mess. So I'm just going to put this back in. So that's good. So now you just need to pump up the tire. And since this one doesn't have a hole, we don't really need to spin it straight away. Okay, so the stuff's already in, so I'm just going to take out this screw. Here's some air coming out, so this just needs to be spun after the screw's taken out. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to turn the wheel so the screw hole is, well, let me find the screw hole, so that's at the bottom. So there we go. So that's good. So now the stuff should go to the bottom and patch up that hole. Okay, so as you can see, this stuff appears to work good. It's going to be a lot better than all of the slimes and stuff you'll see at the big box stores, because it just works a lot better. It will work better at high speeds. It also technically can cool off the tire when it's spinning, so you'll have cooler tires. But yeah, the tire that had the screw stuck in it, the car tire. That one appears to be fixed. It's blown up and working good now. And same with my bike tire. It had a slow leak in it, so we'll see how that does. If it doesn't work, I'll report back. But up to now, it's working great. So the price on this is going to cost approximately 45 to 50 bucks for a jug and a pump. And then it's going to cost, I forget, it's cheaper than that for just the jug without the pump. So if you already have the pump, it's going to be cheaper to just buy the jug of the stuff. And I did the car tire you saw, we did 4 of them in these 2 bike tires, and those are both relatively big. The others are relatively big tires, and the same with these bike tires. And there's still that much left in it, so it seems to be pretty efficient with it. Okay, so I'm back after testing the stuff. They seem to work really good for holding the air in. The one thing with the car tire, if you anything over 70 miles per hour seems to it kind of bumps around, or if you go over a really big bump or something, it starts putting it kind of off balance and wobbling around, which isn't particularly good. So maybe it's just, I'm not really sure, so that's kind of not so good. But for the most part, it does okay. And the bike tire works great. The only difference I noticed, there was a slight bit more of a gyroscope effect when going fast. So it's kind of a plus and minus. You know, you get added features and you lose a couple features. So it's really up to you on this one. But overall, it's still pretty good. So that's it for now. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. I will see you all in the next video.